Welcome to Construction Wolf. Today you can see I'm at the LEGO store as it's doubling side points on at the moment. It's a good time to pick up some of the June releases. And just up here, here's one of them, which is the vending machine. And there's also a gift for purchase on at the moment, which is the Jane Austen tribute. This is one of the other new releases this month, which is the Simpsons Krusty Burger set. So it's quite a reasonable size. And then you've got all the minifigures from the series. So you've got like Homer and sort of Bart and Maggie. And I'm not sure the police officer's name, so don't really watch the show. And then Krusty and Sideshow Bob, and that's the car. And actual Krusty Burger itself. It's not too bad. And then this is definitely what I've got mine here, is this vending machine. This comes with like a great set of minifigures, which kind of makes up for the poor F1 minifigure likes. And you get the turquoise spaceman you see there. And the gold spacemen, so they're new colours to spacemen. And then it's actually working as well. So the ball's in there. You see this sort of graphic on the window, which is just there, you can see. There we go. And then if you spin that round, then a ball pops out with one of the minifigure parts inside to build. So that's quite a cool concept. And on the other side of the shop window, we've got a angel from the Lilo and Stitch, I believe. So that's one of the new releases. Not something I'm interested in, but thought I'd show you. There we go. And in the store now, unfortunately, they put this big like poster, so you blocks the back of the set, which is unfortunate. But we can see from the side, just having a look at the actual set itself, it's a reasonable size. And then I like the Krusty Burger sign that they've done. That's quite effective, especially with the how they've done the clown of Krusty, all brick built. And then around the side again, unfortunately, they put this big wall there to block the back of the vending machine. But you can see in there, as I mentioned, the balls with the minifigure parts inside, and it's all brick built at the bottom. So I think that's quite cool. Let's have a look around the other side. What we can see, there you go. See the balls more clearly there with the parts inside. I'm just travelling around the store looking at some of the other new releases. So LEGO having a big push on booknooks at the moment. This is the Hogwarts Express. You can see here there's reasonably thickness to it. And then let's have a look at the back of the box. So you see it sort of closes in on itself. And then you can see the sort of train. So that's quite a nice effect. It's got good depth. And actually, you see it's relatively wide the platform. And then what else have we got? I've got like a couple minifigures inside, Harry and Ron. And I believe this set is new out as well, which is the Hogwarts Castle main tower. Yeah, it's definitely a new one because I see that three-headed dog there, not seen that before in a harp. And there's even a figure with sort of like a parrot's peck leg there, not sure. You see that there? Not sure who that is. Because I've not really seen the films. See Professor Kettleburn, okay. That's the range of characters you get, quite a good range of minifigures. And then there's the actual castle. It looks quite sort of good from the front. I think it's an open back set. Oh yeah, it is the case. There you are. And then they've got a chest set in there as well. No, that's interesting. And what's we got? Oh, we've got this book I've seen a few people review, actually, the Chomping Monster Book of Monsters, and the actual mouth, as you pull it back, it moves and opens and closes. So that's an interesting play feature. And here's the 101 Dalmatians puppy, which is the sort of LEGO adults version. See, quite a decent size. It's got a cute little face. And if we just get around, it's sort of in the sort of playful pose. Got the brick built spots, which look quite good, and tail on that's watch the backside. I'll scan across quickly. See, the tail's quite a decent size. Then you can sort of change colour of the ears, believe, and the tongue sticking out sort of reminds us of someone, doesn't it? The wolf, and the eyes actually look quite good as well. I think they're printed. And here's the actual box, and you'll see the cute little face, and then you can actually change the orientation. You can have the dog in a sitting up position as well, or the sort of posed sort of playful position that we saw earlier. You can change the colour of the ears, etc. as well. And the collar, so it's quite customizable. This is an interesting new set, this Explorer sort of Arctic train. And I'm not a big fan of trains, but I just saw some of the features look quite cool. This sort of rock slide you can get on, that's the amount of pieces. You get some interesting sort of characters as well, but what I'm sort of interested in really, that's the rock slide feature just there as it goes through. And then what I'm interested in really, I'll get back to topic, is this Arctic foxes up there. So it'd be good if I can get those from the PAB online. They're quite cute. There's Johnny Thunder. And then going up, we've also got this Explorer Arctic truck as well. So that's quite cool. But what taken my eye here is it's got some little wolves in it. So obviously, being a wolf fan, there's a sort of wolf den there. And here's that section built up as well. And you can see here the wolves, and got like a little den with the adult wolves. Then just decided a new colour of a little baby wolf. So yeah, we really like that one. Just seen another new release from the Lego City range, which is this large sort of tower. It's the City Tower. So it sort of mashes a load of themes together, such as, you know, like construction. There's the police down there, just see, like a police officer. There's like a big crane, that's quite cool. And then we've got like space as well at the top. And then there's, you know, like train. So, you know, sort of the key themes of Lego City, the fire department, little sort of a skate park for a bit of play there. But there's another new interesting animal piece in this set actually, which just there you see the Lego pigeon. So again, it'd be good to pick up some of those off, you know, like the sort of pick a brick online or something, so you don't have to buy the whole set, because it probably won't fit in my section. But yeah, quite a new piece. That's quite nice to see. And there's a spaceship. I really like the look of this new Ninjago set. So it's similar to like the Destiny's Bounty ship, I think, that they had quite a few years ago. It's retired a long time ago, but this is the Temple Bounty. And you know, it's another new sort of Ninjago style ship. Just think it looks really effective, quite well detailed. Normally Ninjago have really good minifigures, which they do again. Some quite interesting ones, and it just looks really good with the sails as well. And the packaging of Ninjago looks really, you know, sort of spot on, looks quite cool nowadays. So there's Guardian Dragon, and that's quite a massive set, I believe, with the big sort of cloth wings. And again, sort of decent minifigures. There's some interesting pieces there as well, such as that sort of dragon type piece there. I've not seen that before. So overall, I'll say this would be a really great display piece set, and it's quite impressive in itself. This is the gift with purchase on the store window, the Jane Austen tribute that's available. So cool to get a Jane Austen minifigure now. There she is. And I'm sure there's all sorts of Easter eggs dotted in here as well that I'm not familiar with. Some of the pictures in the back, and then nice with the bookshelf in the window. These are the F1 collectible race cars I mentioned earlier that are in place of a minifigure series at the moment. So yeah, it's a shame it's a bit of a missed opportunity to get actual driver minifigures. So lucky they released some minifigures in the vending machine this month. And here's the PAB. I've just had a quick look and I'll show you some of the pieces at the moment. It's quite strong at the moment, I'll say, a lot of good pieces. So can have a little pan around and I'll point out any if you're interested. You can like maybe pause and see what we've got here. So got like tile and a whole mixture in this one. See some dark bluish grey masonry in there, looks quite good. We've got the sort of 4x4 plate, always good for mills plating. And the 2x2 brick, that's always useful as well. I'm just racing through because there's so much to see. There we go, so sort of branch elements. And they're interesting, I think they're used in like making like crates, and I've seen it in a harbour set before. And I think these what are these here? Oh, these are interesting. You can maybe use them to make columns. Got texture to them. Oh, and these would be very interesting and useful for like water. See if I can get one out. It's the 1x1 clear tile. Very useful. And even got some of these seaweed pieces at the moment. And then these fern elements in dark green. Good for building trees. Got some gates. Then, oh, that's quite interesting as well. I've got like the shorter tree elements in pink. And then various brick. They're always useful for like detailing land, and same with those ones, maybe doing a winter village scene. The 2x4 brick. And I've not seen these before on the PAB wall. These are the sand green tree limb elements, the short ones. So again, great for making trees. Another plant life. Some connectors. Okay. See, these all sorts of snot bricks. Studs on top. And oh, there you go, we've got the transparent blue wedges, cheese wedges, good for waves. And then again, like, so these plant elements for like making flowers or little trees maybe. Got lampposts, always good for your city. I thought to have a look at these Star Wars sets that are new out for viewers that are interested in that sort of thing. I don't collect them myself. So this is a U-wing, and it's got quite a distinctive minifigure in here. See that there, that sort of droid? Not seen anything like that before really. It comes with a few other minifigures on the ship as well. And what else have we got? We got that came out I think last month, the Baby Yoda maybe. And then we've got Kylo Ren's command shuttle there. And then in the Technic range we've got the Corvette Stingray. That's that. And then there's something I do know about Too Fast, Too Furious and Nissan Skyline. So they've done a smaller version of this in Lego. And then we've also got this sort of digger as well, Volvo digger in the Technic range. These are the dancing figures based on a real life piece of art that Lego have built now. And here they are, they're quite colourful. And you can see you can have them on the stand and put them in any order you want. So you've got flexibility there, or put them on your wall. But they're not really to my taste, to be honest. This is quite a neat little set, the yellow travel suitcase. Unfortunately, it's not to minifigure scale, but you can see sort of the size of it, and it comes with a few accessories. Including, you see here, this little, looks like a printed passport, so that's quite neat. That's that there. And then we've got the Disney Luxo Junior, the pick from the Pixar movies. You see the ball there, you can actually pop the sort of top off of it there and actually put the lamp on top of it, such as you know, they do in the beginning of the Pixar movies. Like the sort of details, it looks quite authentic with the silver pieces. Unfortunately the lamp doesn't work though, and it's a solid coloured piece. A bit of a missed opportunity there, unfortunately. Well, I guess it would have raised the price of the set, including the light brick. Here's the Krusty Burger that we saw earlier on display, so that could fit well into Lego City. But just below this here, we've got another book nook. So this is the Sherlock Holmes one, and I quite like, you know, the look of it, and actually the range of minifigures you get in. You obviously get Moriarty, and I'm not sure who that lady is there. Got like a little bookshop, which fits in quite nice with the theme. There's Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes with a paperboy, and that's their sort of apartment there. And then I like the way it sort of folds in itself. If I just show you on the side here, you've got a good range of depth, as it looks like, you know, sort of a proper sort of street. That's quite effective. And then if we sort of have a look on the back, you see there's all sorts of details, such as the side with the silhouette of Sherlock Holmes as well. Then we've got little Easter eggs dotted in where like a door opens up and like some books spin around from the bookshop. And then there's like a hidden bit there where he's looking for Moriarty. And that's the vending machine box that we saw earlier. So yeah, definitely interesting that with the turquoise spaceman and all the other figures inside. Got quite a reasonable amount of pieces. But the price to piece ratio is a bit high on it, but that's probably due to the minifigures and the size of some of the plastic with the balls. And then going up here we see the final booklet that came out, which is the Lord of the Rings Balrog. So the flames look quite good, but it's quite sort of sparse on the back. If we sort of turn it around there and look at the back of the box, you see that's it there. So yeah, not maybe as sort of detailed as the other book nooks. And you see the fire, but this looks very suspicious, like he's like weeing fire on Gandalf, unfortunately. And that's the actual shot from the movie of how it should look. So maybe the scale's not quite right either, which is unfortunate. Best to fit on the bookshelf. And I've not seen this one before, or that's not new out, the Trevi fountain. So if you scan up, like how they've used like this, the scale sort of micro scale, but they've put the minifigures in like as big statues, so that's quite a nice effect. It seems to have, you know, sort of good detail on it as well. So quite effective. And I like actually, yeah, there's some micro scale as well with the sort of micro figures and the frogs. Good detail on it. This is the Japanese red maple bonsai tree. That's the full name of it, and I like the detail of it. It's quite cool, part of the botanicals range. And the sort of bottom of the base looks quite nice with like the effects of the details put there. And then it's got a new element in as well, which is the red piece. This is the three-pronged one, so quite colourful and effective. And then they've got some sort of birthday numbers. You can sort of make these different numbers and put the whatever year you are or the person you give it to. And they've also got this Italian postcard with a little leaning tower of pizza. Well, it's not, maybe it's leaning a bit, yeah, I can see that actually. So that's quite nice. Then just below it we've got a birthday cake. So that's you know, a small little present you could give someone their birthday. It's quite cool. Chocolate cake. I'm now back home safely from the Lego store trip, and you can see here we've got two quite large bags full of Lego. As it was double points, it's definitely worth you know, picking up things that I've been thinking about getting at the time, especially with the extra sort of gift with purchase as well. So let's see what I've actually got then. So let's dive in and try and show you what's inside the bag. So I've got this cute little sort of gold keyring here with a little Lego minifigure, just a nice little bonus to have. Just get the odd keyring every now and then, so that's sort of nice for the collection. And then if we look at the top here, you'll see actually one of the PAB boxes has sprung open in the car. Luckily none of the pieces fell out, but you'll see if I just pop it down, it was maybe a bit borderline on filling it up. You see it's sort of kind of flashing it down because of the lip of it, but it was sort of slightly bulging, so I've got my money's worth out of this one. And you see there were a lot of good things on the wall, so it's definitely worth picking up some bits. I've got quite a lot of these sort of dark bluish grey masonry bricks you can see there that I've you know, got all stacked up here, so that's the majority of the box. But then I've got a few extra interesting pieces as well, such as, you know, the 1x1 transparent tiles. They'd be useful for like water detailing, maybe even sort of glass and other things. Then I really like these sand green, sort of tree limb elements, the smaller ones. They'd be quite useful for trees and like bushes and things. And they have to, funny enough, these seaweed pieces could maybe use those in some sort of ocean-based or beach-based themes. So they're sort of rubberized. They're quite a nice feeling. And then because I've got those, I've got some of these sort of olive green pieces. They'd be useful. You can sort of slot them into the top of those if you want to have them vertical. And then I've just got a few extra pieces like these for white slopes for maybe like winter village type things. A few like sort of branch elements for trees. And got a few of these sort of light blue flower sort of pieces. They'd be useful for a few things, I think. So that's what's in that box. But I did get a second box as well, which you'll just see peeking out the top there. So if I just pop this down again, I've packed it quite well. So I'm just going to peel it open. Got it open ready to show you. So let's take a look inside, just the last one. And you see here I've put some of the more of the tree limb elements because there's a bit of a gap there, so I might as well get my money's worth. So I've slotted those in. There they are. And then also what I got was some of these studs on top, sort of side bricks to side mount things. Then these are quite useful as well for like waves, etc. So the transparent blue cheese slopes. So I've got a bunch of those quite small to like fit in the sides where there's a gap. So that quite interesting to use those. And then I've sort of got a lot of white brick as well for potentially using in the winter village later down the line. So predominantly I got a 1x2 brick. You see there, but then I've also got 2x4 brick under that as well, so it just gives me like the flexibility to use these to detail landscapes later down the line. So that's my PAB boxes. Got good value out of those, I think, with double points as well. And then obviously what else did I get? So we quite like this set, so we're going to get this part in the family, this Dalmatian. I think we'll have a lot of fun building that, and it did remind us of the wolf bit with a little tongue sticking out, so it's quite cute. Have to decide what orientation we build that in. So that's the Dalmatian that we got. Then also in here I've got a bunch of builder minifigures as well. I'll just get the box out here. So you can build 3 minifigures for £7. They had some good new pieces on. So if we crack this open here, what I do is I save getting loads of boxes. I just build a few of them and just show them at the LEGO store. So I've got 2 sets here, and then just saves me having loads of boxes. So here we've got a nice new colour, another new colour spaceman. So it's a good time for spaceman collectors this month. Got the light blue one just there, as you can see. Fortunately, they haven't got the air tanks and the helmet at the moment, so hopefully they'll get those really soon. Got a beard, so I think that's from a Dreams character there. Got a little cockatoo as well, I thought that was a good accessory. Then put that to one side. So the next one, this is quite an interesting looking one. I think this is a Dreams character again. It sort of reminds me of an X-Men character actually. If I flip around, the accessory I got for him was actually the rubberized tail, so that fits in really nice. So that's my Dreams character. Then another new piece was this, I also like this pearlescent piece, which is again Dreams, but got this sort of rocker. It's a rock girl, like sort of the blue stripe, sort of David Bowie-esque, isn't it? And then got a guitar and a sort of a vinyl shirt on underneath. So again, that'd be flexible for the city. And then I thought, while they're sort of rare, and I'll get another blue spaceman. And then I've got just a bunny rabbit for sort of detailing the city with animals, you see there. And I just thought it'd be interesting to get a night helmet, so I've not seen that really before. And then that's one of the new faces that came out this month, because I'll put the classic smiley face on eventually. So that's her. Let's try and squeeze the helmet on. There we go. Sort that out properly later. And then the next one, I got this, and I didn't see it before, but I think it's sort of an older piece. But it's like a swimmer, and he's got that interesting like contactless payment on his phone. And then for we spin him round, so he's got this really neat sort of duck tattoo. A rubber duck tattoo. So I just thought that was something interesting not seen before. Might as well get it as part of the 6. So I've got the swimming guy there. And then the final one, which is a new one out there this month, is the pirate. So they've got some parrots to obviously go with that. And then just like the sort of front with the cravat and like the sort of the belt, etc. And dual molded legs, even it goes around the back as well, the buckle. So yeah, a really nice range of minifigures on the build a minifig at the moment. So obviously getting all that stuff, I'll show you what's in this bag in a moment. If I just rummage here, the last thing in this bag, obviously got the gift for purchase because we got over the £135 threshold, the Jane Austen I showed you earlier. So good to get one of those because it's quite a nice little set. So moving on to the second bag, then I'm sure you've seen what we've got inside just sticking out here, the vending machine. Quite a cool set. I really like the minifigures, as we saw in the store. And yeah, I think like the price to piece ratio was not great because of the large pieces, such as the big plastic, balls, and then the minifigures. But a good time to get it on double points with a good gift with purchase. So what does that mean? Yeah, so that was already over the threshold. So we got another, because we bought it separately, another gift of purchase. So always good to have a second one. So yeah, very nice little haul. So that's the long shot of the stuff we've got in this haul today. So a really nice selection of things, a lot of June releases. It was a good time to buy them and wait with the double point and the 2 gift with purchase. Very lucky to get all those. And then it's just a great time to buy, say the Build Minifigures got some nice selection of things with the Spaceman. And then the PAB's got really great stuff at the moment with the parts that we're getting. So yeah, just pleased to get them. Hopefully you found this video interesting and useful. And if you consider liking and subscribing, that'd be very much appreciated. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye.